Hey, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about The Sitter. So this is a movie that I have seen before and I have not rewatched it in quite a while. And basically this movie is kind of memorable for me because I always remember my buddy reciting this one line from the movie. There's this one instance, like my buddy would say the line, I didn't even know what movie it's from. I'm like, what is that? Like I thought he was just like talking funny, like made up this little like funny way to say little bitch. But basically there's this one instance where this girl runs into the main character Noah, and she's like, "Hey, we went to high school together. You went to my house party. You puked in my grandma's urn, and when I asked you about it, you walked away like a little biatch." And she says like biatch, like super high pitched like that, and with that delivery, and it's the funniest thing ever. It's honestly the probably like the most memorable part of the movie for me, just because my buddy would always say that. Like this was like around the time I was in like middle school or early high school, I think. My buddy would always say that, and I thought he just made it up, but I was like, what is that? Like, did you make it up? He's like, no, it's from the movie The Sitter. So, shortly after finding out about that movie, I saw the movie when I was like around that age, and I absolutely loved it. And upon rewatch, I still think this movie is fantastic, and it's kind of underappreciated. It's not it's not a movie that I feel like really gets talked about, but it's a super solid comedy. So yeah, I don't know why this one flies under the radar. I think it's, I mean, as good as a lot of other comedies from that like time period, like early 2010s, if not better than some. And and like I feel like it stacks up with other like you know comedies that Jonah Hill's in. He's in countless fantastic comedies. He's in some really good dramas as well. But I mean, he's in countless really good comedy films. I feel like this stacks up with those movies. It's not really talked about. But anyways, jumping into the plot summary. So the movie focuses around Noah Griffith. He's he's kind of in a rut. He's like suspended from college. He's unemployed, and basically he gets coerced by his mom into babysitting because his mom is trying to go to this event, and the one of the like her family friends who are going, their babysitter canceled, and Noah wants her to go because she's like meeting this guy there, and she's like a single mom, so he wants her to have a little fun. She never has time for herself to have fun, so he reluctantly agrees to babysit these kids, and he gets a call from his girlfriend that she wants him to score some drugs for him, and she's like kind of talks him into it because she's like, hey, like, I wanna have sex with you. I wanna hook up with you, and so he takes these kids on this wild trip to get these drugs. And the reason he's so like gung ho about getting his girlfriend these drugs is because like she pretty much uses him. It's like a one-sided relationship. She's like not a good person. She just totally uses him. Um, she never like reciprocates. So like he's finally gonna like she like he always like basically goes down on her, but she never does any sexual favors back to him. It's all one-sided. So he's like super excited, like they're finally gonna actually do something. He's not you know doing all the work. So basically he brings these kids on this wild goose chase to score these drugs. Basically there's this one of the kids, his name is Rodrigo, and he's crazy. He's like a pyromaniac. He's always blowing stuff up, and when they're at the drug dealer's little hideout, I'm just gonna call it a hideout because I don't know what the heck else to call it. It's just this weird building with all these like random bodybuilders hanging out in it. But anyways, um, the kids are waiting in the car, but then Rodrigo comes in because he has to go to the bathroom. And, in addition to blowing stuff up, he's a crazy kid. He steals stuff. So he steals this little egg thing from the bathroom that's filled with drugs. And, Noah is fighting with Rodrigo. He's like, give me the thing. They're like tugging on it. The drugs go everywhere. That's like $10,000 worth of drugs. So throughout the rest of the movie, the drug dealer, Carl, is, he wants Noah to come up with $10,000 or he's basically going to kill him. So throughout the whole movie, Noah is trying to, meet his girlfriend at this party, warn her that some stuff might go down, and he's trying to do various, various sleazy things to get $10,000 to pay back this drug dealer. So I know that was kind of long-winded, but there's a couple different things going on in the movie. So yeah, basically I already talked about that little biatch line. Had to mention that. That's just, for me, since my buddy used to always say that, that's one of the most memorable parts of the movie. But there's countless funny moments. I really liked the kids, like the child actors were really funny too. And I don't know why I thought this was so funny. This was just like one of the funniest moments in the movie to me because it was so simple. But like way later on in the movie, once Noah actually picks up his girlfriend, the kids get to meet her, and like once Noah drops her off, like he pretty much breaks up with her. The little girl that Noah's babysitting, she's just calmly, she's just like, your girlfriend sucks. And that was just so like blunt and like real and straightforward. I just thought that was so funny. Her character was funny. All the little kids were funny. And then another little, like, I don't know, little blink and you miss it scene that I thought was really funny for some reason is basically Noah goes to this bar and he's trying to be smooth, he's trying to be cool, and there's this guy he talks to, and the guy's like kind of smooth, he's rhyming a lot, he's got these like two-word rhymes going on, and he's got like he's got kind of a cool style, so they just go back and forth rhyming. It's like I'm just like making stuff up. I forgot exactly what they were saying, but it's like, yeah, man, chilling like a villain, chilling and grilling. Like they're just saying like all these random rhymes that don't mean anything, but they kind of sound cool. They kind of sound smooth. And Noah and this guy, they go like back and forth for like what feels like 3 minutes doing that, and I don't know why, but I just thought that was like absolutely funny. So those are some standout funny moments, but there's like so many. There's countless funny moments in this movie. Like the comedy in this movie was on point. I don't want this video to go on all night. I'm recording this late because it's Labor Day. I was just doing some activities and stuff. So basically, yeah, I don't want this video to go on forever, be uploaded too late. But anyways, those are some funny moments, and there's a bunch more funny moments if you watch the movie. Last couple points. So this is one of those movies where it's there's some movies where it's like everything happens in a day, everything happens in one night. For the most part, everything in this movie just happens in one crazy night, and I really like movies like that, and I feel like it works for this movie because it's just it's like so over the top, and it's just like there's so much going wrong. There's just like I don't know. There's never a dull moment. I feel like there's like a couple moments where you get to breathe, but I feel like there's so much going on in this movie. It's like you know there's one unfortunate turn of events, and then you know something bad happens again, something crazy happens. They're robbing jewelry stores. There's an explosion here. Blah blah blah. Like this movie was just since it was like a condensed um, timeline. It only uh, took place in the course of like a few hours or whatever. Like there was just so much going on. There was not a dull moment. This was like the craziest night. I mean, super unrealistic, and but it's a movie and it was super fun. So I like that it was like it all took place in one night. I kind of liked that this was okay. This was like a classic R-rated comedy, which they don't really make R-rated comedies as much nowadays. Like this is a raunchy, inappropriate, very adult. So excuse me, very adult R-rated comedy. Like the comedy in this, some of it's like kind of dark. There's like a lot of dark themes. Like there's drug use. There is a little bit of violence here and there, but yeah, it's a very there's some adult themes, and it's very raunchy, but at the same time there's this like juxtaposition where it's like some of the leads are these little kids, and in addition to this raunchy adult comedy, you have these really tender, beautiful moments where Noah's kind of bonding with these kids and kind of providing them guidance. And there's also like this really good romance as well where Noah meets this girl who he went to college with freshman year, and they kind of have like a budding romance. So this was it was like a great blend. It was like yin and yang. Like you had the kind of darker adult raunchy inappropriate comedy, but then you had this like these really like sweet cute moments as well. So it had a little bit of everything, but it was like a perfect blend. Like it didn't, some movies when they kind of are going two separate ways, it seems forced or just doesn't work. It won't gel with you. In this movie, it worked. It was just like a seamless blend of like a lot of different components. So I really liked that. There was like a lot going on. Definitely kept my attention. But anyways, in terms of a recommendation, um, I liked this movie in the past. Upon rewatch, I still like it. I really do think it's underappreciated. People really don't talk about it. So, if you've never heard of this movie or you were like reluctant to check it out, I think this is an extremely solid comedy, and there is some good heartfelt dramatic moments as well. It's an entertaining movie. It's a good time. So I would definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it. And yeah, there you go. That's my recommendation, and that has been my review of The Sitter. Thank you all very much for watching, and peace out.